So, music used to feel like my home. I used to love it. I used to be totally immersed in it. But now it doesn't feel really that way anymore. And I want to talk about my feelings around that and what I'm trying to do about it. So let's have a talk, shall we? I grew up feeling that music was the most amazing thing, and I was lucky that I was quite good at it when I started doing it. And what's fun is that I saw these ads selling guitars secondhand, and the motivation for them selling this guitar or pedal or bass or whatever was that I didn't feel like I can play anymore. And I always felt like, what? How would that be possible? If music's part of your life, that means that, of course you're gonna have some kind of expression. You're gonna want to do it, no? This is kind of the first time after, 20 years. Now I understand. This is the closest I've ever felt to that. And I don't know what to do about it. I've put countless hours into playing music. Mostly guitar, but also like piano and bass. And I've always really enjoyed it. And the hours have just been flying out. And I used to play like 10 hours a day for the first couple of years. What I feel now is that I still love music and I still feel very connected to it. But the identity of myself as a musician, it's that connection that feels weird. It's like, how do I connect with this thing that's supposed to be me and have been part of me for so long, but doesn't feel like that anymore? Sorry for the noise. I think that my main problem has been that I feel that I'm lacking joy. And then I have thoughts and feelings around feeling this lack of joy. And I guess I kind of judge that. And that and that it makes it even less enjoyable and makes these kind of feelings even stronger, making me more uninspired and also less prone to actually playing and to putting time with the instrument. Yeah, it really is a beautiful day here in Stockholm, mid-August. Favorite time of year. One thing I've thought about as a potential solution has been to just give myself more opportunity to actually play and just to be with the instrument. There's an incredible musician called Hilary Hahn, who's a classical violinist who's I think she's even a prodigy. Had to go from there because of a wasp. Okay, I think I'm safe here. So like I said, one thing that I've thought about is following in the steps of this incredible violinist. And what she does is basically that she does a sort of 100-day sprint where she practices something every day to really strengthen that connection between herself and the instrument. She's always very inviting, encouraging people to follow along. I don't know if she has one now or something, but that concept is quite interesting. So I've been thinking of, is this the right thing to do? To hold myself accountable for showing up every day, 100 days in a row, just being there with my instrument. On the other hand, it's very easy to imagine it's starting to feel like a burden instead. And that trying to do these 100 days just is will backfire. It's another project going wrong, But in the same time, I just want to try to connect more again. And listening to music that I feel inspired to play as well, and also feel like I can play a lot of my personal anxiety has been that I can't play anymore what I would like to play. And that sort of gap really is, it's quite discouraging. And of course, not being able to play what I would like to play and what I hear and how I would like the end result to be like makes it even harder and even more discouraging, and makes it even harder to show up for myself the next time. So to conclude, I feel a bit torn on these 100 days. What I know is that what used to feel like my home and my personality just isn't there anymore. And so when I look at the guitar, I recognize it so much. And what I feel is just that this is a part of me that I don't know how to connect with anymore. So right now I wonder if you felt such a disconnect in music or otherwise. I'm genuinely looking for a perspective here, and I'm curious about what you did in this situation and how you navigated this for yourself. Like what helped or what hurt the process. My hope is that we can just share things that we've learned and maybe help each other out. So write what you're thinking, and I'm looking forward to hear what your thoughts are on this. And maybe we can encourage each other to find ways into getting back and to doing things that feel in line with what we want to do. So thanks for listening. This is NOTEFINDER, even if it feels more like finding my way back to NOTEFINDER. My goal here is just to share my experience and just let you know that I guess we're all struggling in some way, right? But I also want it to be uplifting and sort of searching, because this is a search I feel for myself, and maybe through sharing my search that can be of help. Let us try to find our way back to something that we really like and enjoy. So take care, and I'll see you down in the comments. Bye.